Hey guys, what's up? In this training, I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole. I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole and we're going to talk about the ManyChat Pixel, ManyChat custom events, ManyChat Analytics and all that. This is going to change the game. Although the whole ManyChat Pixel and ManyChat Analytics is still a new feature, this is something you have to have on your radar. This is something you need to start getting your head around now and start implementing it on your website and even in your ManyChat flows, in your bot flows to stay ahead of the game. This is going to change everything again. In the next 45 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through a slide deck where I'm going to share with you sort of the basic information about the ManyChat Pixel. What is it? Where can we find it? What types of events do we have? What can you do with it? What can you not do with it? And after we ran through that, you should have a basic understanding of the Pixel in general. After that, I'm going to show you how you can actually install the Pixel on a WordPress website, how you can install it on Shopify, how you can add the purchase event, and we're going to walk through a flow where we're going to fire different events in a quiz, all the way from subscribing all the way to purchase, in order to show you how you can actually visualize the customer journey through your chatbot flows. And that is what this is all about. The ManyChat Pixel feeds ManyChat Analytics, and therefore it enables us as marketers to get a better idea of how people flow. We get an idea using ManyChat Analytics, which is still in beta. We get a better idea where our bottlenecks are. We get a better idea how many conversions are actually attributed directly to our chatbot flows. Now, enough said. I'm going to take you down to the. There we go. I'm going to take you through the slides. Bear with me here. This is pretty theoretical, but it's super important to understand what the Pixel is actually all about before we go into the execution, how you're going to install it. So what we're going to discuss, I'm going to introduce you to the ManyChat Pixel. We're going to look at ManyChat Analytics. I'm going to talk about the 5 types of conversion events, how you can create specific ManyChat custom events, and we're going to outline an actual conversion path for a quiz with a purchase. And this is so you understand how these conversions work together on the website and in your chatbot flows. We're going to set up the ManyChat Pixel in a Shopify account and on a WordPress website, and we're going to see how these events actually work in a live flow. And with all that, we have created some enhanced ManyChat Pixel code, which will be available for you. We developed this in-house because what we've learned working with the Pixel so far is that it's not as robust as you would want it to be. It's not as robust as it could be. So Brad in our team made some modifications, and you will be able to actually download that Pixel, which we're going to use in this presentation as well. Now, ManyChat Pixel, what is it not? The ManyChat Pixel is not by no means connected to the Facebook Pixel. It's not the same. They're two different beasts with two different objectives. The Facebook Pixel is there to track your PPC, your Facebook ad campaigns, and your cost per click, your leads, whatever. And the ManyChat Pixel is, as of yet, as it's still in beta, as of yet, the ManyChat Pixel is primarily there to feed ManyChat Analytics, which is new as well, and it enables us to track actual actions in our flows on our website, and we are able to attribute sales. We're not able to optimize our ad campaigns for it. It's more to feed analytics. The ManyChat Pixel supports 5 types of conversion events, which we're going to dive in a little bit. And the ManyChat Pixel, as mentioned already, feeds ManyChat Analytics. ManyChat Analytics now, as we speak, is still pretty basic, but I have high hopes on this, that this will be improved as we go. While we proceed with this webinar, I'm going to show you ManyChat Analytics and how I think it could be improved as well. Now, ManyChat Analytics, think about this. The ManyChat Pixel plus your conversion events plus ManyChat Analytics will enable you to report actual sales, which is pretty awesome, attributed to your chatbot flows. Conversations, we can now prove that conversations actually create or generate conversions. Now, what this all does, the ManyChat Pixel plus these events plus analytics will enable us to visualize the customer journey throughout our chatbot flows, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is what the ManyChat Analytics dashboard looks like. You will find it if you go to your dashboard settings, and you will find this little tab here, Analytics, in your dashboard settings. So just go to Dashboard, and you should have Analytics right there as a separate tab. As you can see, ManyChat Analytics, as so far, is able to report or log, as ManyChat names it, log overall earnings, which happens if a purchase is made inside of your bot. We're going to look at that in a little bit. Then the revenue will be locked in your overall earnings, and you got your conversion events right here, where ManyChat logs actual standard events, the default ManyChat events, and the custom events, which we're going to look at. So this is where you will find your ManyChat Analytics dashboard. Now, as said, there are 5 types of conversion events. 3 out of those 5 conversion events are preset. They are automated, and ManyChat will automatically log these events in analytics when this event is triggered. I'm going to look at those in a little bit. What you need to know about these automated preset events, that you cannot change them. These are just like the system fields in ManyChat, which we're still not able to update automatically. But these ManyChat events cannot be altered. You cannot change the name, and you cannot change how and when they fire. Again, we're going to show you that in a little bit, but just need to get your head around those 5 types of conversion events. So 3 out of the 5 are preset and automated. 2 out of those 5 conversion events are so-called action step conversions. These action step conversions can be customized, and they can be fired based on specific actions in your chatbot flows and on your website via the ManyChat Pixel, as where the automated events can only be fired within your chatbot flows. Now, what are those 5 types of conversion events? We have the automated buy button conversion, the contact collection conversion, and the Shopify conversion. Those 3 are automated conversion events and cannot be edited and will be fired automatically upon specific actions. I'm going to look at those actions in a little bit. Then we have what I compare to the custom conversions, custom events from Facebook, the money event and the conversion event. The money event and the conversion event, we decide where we fire those. We can fire those in our chatbot flows, and we can fire those through the Pixel on our website, and then log those specific events in ManyChat Analytics. These are action step events compared to the automated events that will fire automatically. Now, what you see here on the screen is an actual buy button conversion. The buy button, the purchase event, will fire as soon as somebody clicks the purchase event or the buy button in your ManyChat flow and makes a purchase in your ManyChat account. So this will automatically fire, this conversion will automatically fire and will log automatically a purchase in ManyChat Analytics as soon as somebody clicks the buy button and actually makes a purchase. So they click and make a purchase, and then that event is automatically logged. There's nothing you have to do for that. The contact collection conversion fires when we store data like phone or email in a system field. So when we store it in a system field, so when, for example, when we're firing our flows to get SMS or email consent, we will store this data, the phone number and the email. We will store that in a system field, and as soon as the data is logged in a system field, ManyChat Analytics will log that event by default. Again, there's nothing we have to do for that because that is built in, and those are those automated events. Super easy. We don't have to do anything for it. Then there's the Shopify conversion. If you have Shopify, ManyChat for Shopify enabled, and there is a purchase, it will automatically log that event in your ManyChat Analytics dashboard as well. Then there are the action step conversions. And the action step conversions are the ones that actually make this super interesting because we are able to set up, alter, and create flows, at least visualizations in our analytics dashboard on how people use our messenger bot flows. And the action step conversions are the money and conversion event. So we can create action step conversions with the money and the conversion event. And as you can see here, they are called action step conversions because they live in action steps, believe it or not. So in this scenario, what we can see here, when somebody clicks this button and took this action, we actually apply some tags here, we set a custom field, and in this scenario, we also log a conversion event, unlock code initiated. And we're gonna look at this specific flow in a little bit, and I'm gonna show you how we actually use events to create or to visualize the flow, how people actually flow through our flows, the journey through our flows, which enables us to identify bottlenecks, to see where we might have an issue in our bot, but also how people click outbound and make a purchase, all with these action step conversions. Now, there are a few ways how we can create these conversions. We can create conversions from within our ManyChat dashboard. We can create them using action blocks, and we can create them using the ManyChat Pixel. And there is no one size fits all. Everybody will do it a little bit different. But keep in mind, the automated events, you don't have to create them. They all are already there, and they will fire as soon as somebody takes one of those actions we just looked at. Now, the standard events or the custom events, custom conversions as you wish, those we decide how we create them, and these are the 3 ways how to do it. And as we go, I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now, what we need to remember and what we need to get our head around is that the main purpose of these events and the ManyChat Pixel is to feed ManyChat Analytics. When we build our flows, or when we start adding these events or conversions to our flows, we need to first need to think about how and what do we want to report on? How do we want to feed data into our dashboard, and what do we want to get out of that? Now, this is just an example, just to help you get your head around how you could approach something like this. Let's say you're going to build a quiz in ManyChat, and you want to have analytics about how many subscribers entered the quiz, where people dropped off, how many people actually finished it, how many people clicked the get offer, and how many people made a purchase. This is crucial to know, to understand, or at least to outline for yourself before you start updating your flows or you start creating events in your ManyChat account. It will help you tremendously if you take 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you go into your dashboard and start creating all these events to think about what is the journey I want to report on and I want to visualize. Now, so we got this outlined. This is a simple quiz, 3-question quiz. These are the steps I want to outline. This is from beginning till the end. And in the meantime, if I get this clear in analytics, I'm able to find bottlenecks and I'm able to report on the actual success of this campaign. Great. Now, what types of events go with that? And again, this is just an example on how you could do this. Again, I prefer to outline these before I get started because it will help me create clean events, which makes sense now, but also in 6 months from now. I prefer to use this prefix quiz I don't use the prefix quiz for everything, but I use prefixes in my naming conventions that are related to the flow or the actions I'm actually logging here. In this case, I'm logging events for a quiz. So the prefix is quiz. And if you have multiple quizzes, do make sure you actually add the name of the quiz to this prefix. Quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3. This way you create a consistent naming convention and you will not mess up these events. And do the same thing with tags and custom fields. Either way, prefixes. So the events could look something like this. You got the quiz got started, quiz answered question 1, quiz answered 2, quiz completed, get offer, quiz purchase. Great. If I'm able to get insights in this, I am able to track and log the full journey of somebody who went through my quiz, and I'm able to report on that. I'm able to make any changes on that if necessary, and I'm just ahead of the game. I'm just making sure that my flows are the best as they can be. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to set up the pixel and events to flows. And besides that, what we're going to do, we're going to add those flows to WordPress. We're going to add those, we're going to add those events and Pixel to WordPress, to Shopify. I'm going to show you how you can fire the purchase event. And then I'm going to walk you through the backend of an actual quiz where we're going to use these events. I'm going to show you how you can fire them. And in the end, we're going to walk through a quiz, lock those actual events, and do a purchase event. So we have sort of close to full loop from adding the pixel to logging the events, creating the events, and actually feeding ManyChat Analytics. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get that on the screen. Right on. So the ManyChat Pixel. The ManyChat Pixel lives in your dashboard. What you need to understand about the ManyChat Pixel is that this is your base pixel, just like as we do with Facebook events. So we have our base pixel and we connect events to the base pixel. Now, what you need to understand is that there is a fair chance you already have this added to your website. This is the script you need to place if you want to, or when you have any JavaScript based growth tools already on your website. So if you already have the ManyChat chat icon, the chat growth tool on your website, or if you're using the landing page growth tool website, or if you're using any slide-ins, you already have this on your website. Now, do make sure you only need to add this once. If you do not have anything like this on your website, the only thing what you need to do is you need to go to Pixel. You're going to copy this. And what I'm going to show you now is how you can actually add this to a WordPress website. Now, when it comes to WordPress, I prefer to work with a plugin called Pixel Your Site Pro. And Pixel Your Site Pro is good for a lot of things. It's not necessarily good for adding the ManyChat Pixel, but it's great for adding the Facebook Pixel, firing events and all that. And with that, there comes a feature called header and footer. And I can use the header and footer to add that event. Now, the only thing what I need to do is I need to just copy and paste my main pixel to all pages of my website. Just in the header, all pages of the website. I go down, save settings. Obviously, you can do this with Google Tag Manager as well. In this scenario, I prefer to use the Pixel Your Site Pro plugin. Again, you can, if you understand the process, how to do this on Shopify and on WordPress, you can do it on any other site. This is just for demonstration purposes. Right on. So what we did is we added the custom event, we added the pixel code right there. Now, what we want to do is we want to fire specific events on specific pages. Now, what we need to do for that, we need to actually add the ManyChat Pixel event. Now, as said, we got two types of pixel events. We got the conversion event and we have the purchase event. What you see here on my screen, and you get access to this, this is what I'm going to highlight here. This is the custom built enhanced script code, whatever you want to call it, that makes the whole pixel more robust than just only adding the event. We've been testing this, and Brad from our team actually made this again to make it more robust, to make it, let's leave it there. We'll make it more robust. You don't have to use it, feel free to use it, but this will make your life so much easier because it helps you. If nothing else, it will just work out of the box. Now, what we need to do, as you can see here, in this scenario, we have a conversion event. We're going to leave the purchase event there for a little bit. And what we want to do, we want to add this to a page of our website where we want to fire this event. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to add this here to the main website, just like this, and there we go. Including the script, I just added to below the main script. Now, what we discussed previously is that we can actually create these events. We can pre-create these events in our dashboard, but we can also change the create an event name inside of the pixel. Let's say we're going to call this new page load. New page load. Now, what will happen is I need to save this first. There you go. As soon as this event fires based on a page load, as soon as this page fires, then this event name will automatically be added to my ManyChat Analytics. And I'm just going to show you how that works. So what we need to do is I'm going to get my mobile device on screen here. We go here. Okay, so I got this flow prepared. Now let me get my mobile device on screen. What you can see here is my phone. And what I'm going to do is, let's go here. And as you can see here, I got this blog overview, test ManyChat Pixel events. So in here, you will find a URL that goes to our website. On our website, we added the Facebook Pixel, the ManyChat Pixel and the event. So what happens here, the scenario here is when I click this button like this, ManyChat now recognizes that there is the pixel on the website. It is now able to attribute this page load to this actual action right here. So everything is loaded. Now, if I go back to my dashboard, let me just get this off. There we go. Now, when I go to my dashboard, I go to dashboard and I go to analytics. There might be some delay in there. There it is. Page loaded. Right on. So this is how you can actually create events while firing the pixel. So you don't have to create those events inside of the pixel. You don't have to create those events in your dashboard first before you can actually create them. So that's pretty cool. Now the next thing what I want to show you is how you can add the ManyChat Pixel to Shopify. I'm going to show you here. So what we need to do on Shopify is we need to do the same thing. We need to add the actual ManyChat base pixel to our header in our Shopify account. So what we're going to do is you're going to log into your Shopify account. You go to settings, you go to themes, you go to theme liquid. And the only thing what you have to do here is you need to actually add the ManyChat main script, the main pixel. And again, if you already have this, it's all good. You just leave it there, but you add it right here, just in the header, and that's it. So when you've done that, you can now start adding the purchase event to your thank you page. So what you need to do if you want to fire the actual purchase event to your thank you page in Shopify, what you need to do, you need to go to settings in Shopify. You go to settings, you go to checkout. And what we need to keep in mind, guys, is that sometimes the pixel is a little bit delayed in ManyChat. So just be aware of that. Don't freak out if it doesn't show up within a second. Now we're here in Shopify. We're on checkout settings. If you scroll all the way down, you'll find this additional scripts box. Now in the additional script box, what you need to do is you need to add this event. This is the purchase event for Shopify. And you will find it right here, ManyChat Pixel purchase event. So what you need to do is you need to copy the script from script to script all the way, copy it, go to your additional script box on your thank you page, which parses or pushes this script to the thank you page. And you can drop it right in, right there. There it is. Now, the only thing what you need to understand here is that this is the actual name of the event. We can change that name to whatever you want. Don't worry about that. You don't want to touch this. And you need to understand that ManyChat by default now is only able to report in USD and in euros. If you change this to any other currency in here, as in if you say you're going to do Australian dollars, for example, you're going to change this to AUD. No problem. ManyChat will then still will report the actual AUD value, but it will tell you it's USD. Just don't worry about that it's converting from USD to AUD. It's not that smart. As of yet, it's just only able to report in USD and euros. Again, if you just change it here, or you change it to something else, it will just fall back to USD. But the actual values, if I purchase something for 500 Australian dollars, it will report 500 USD in my ManyChat dashboard. But USD is then AUD. It's not reverting back. It's not sort of changing. It doesn't calculate what that AUD value is in USD. Just something to keep in mind. Again, this is a beta feature, so I expect ManyChat will roll out other currencies as well as we go. Now, so this is how you actually set up the conversion event right there. What we're going to talk about now is how can we actually add those events. Now, in your ManyChat dashboard, you will find settings and conversion events. So previously we looked at the types of conversion events. We looked at how you can actually fire an event with the pixel, so it is logged in ManyChat Analytics. Now you can also create events, conversion events, before you fire them inside of your bot settings. If you go to settings, you go to conversion events, you'll find this big blue button that says new conversion events. There you go. And you can actually create these events. And this is what I showed you in the slides a little while back, is when you, for example, have a quiz and you want to log and fire events in that quiz. Personally, I like to flesh out or sketch, okay, what is it that I want to track? What is it that I want to report on? And what is the proper naming conventions for these specific events? And then I outline them, and now I actually pre-create them in the conversion events setting in my ManyChat dashboard. And now when you created them here, you will automatically be able to sort of connect to these events from within action blocks in your flows. So just be aware that this is just another way to create these events. You just go here, you create your event, whatever your event is. Is it a money event? Yes or no? Does it generate revenue? As you can see here, you can actually add different currencies, but do be aware that as of yet in the analytics dashboard, ManyChat is only able to report on USD or on euros. When you have created this, it's now time to actually connect these events in specific flows. Now, what I want to show you is how you can actually fire these events in a simple quiz flow. What I've created, and this is a coupon code delivery flow that we've created. That it's a quiz, it's not a quiz, but what we did here, we have a coupon code delivery flow that increases the value of a coupon based on the answers people give. So we ask them questions, they answer, and for every answer they give, we increase the value of the coupon. It's sort of a quiz. I call it gamification by segmentation, but this is a great example on how we can actually use events in those flows to follow the flow, to follow the journey of these people, all the way from opt-in to actual purchase. Now, what I want to show you is we're going to use to unlock a coupon code flow. I'm going to show you something first. I'm going to go here. I'm going to show you how this is set up. Right on. So ignore the actual content so far. So we got this test mode thing. So somebody comes in. First thing what we actually do is when they opt into the flow, we log the first conversion event. So remember what I showed you in the slides is I want to be able to report on the actual journey somebody takes through our bot flow. I want to be able to identify those bottlenecks. I want to be able to see if people drop off, where do they drop off? So I actually can fix that. So I get a better completion rate, better outbound click rate, and then hopefully better sales. So I created this flow, custom conversion flow, that enables me to actually visualize that. So here's what happens. Somebody comes in, they opt into the first question. Hey, are you ready for it? Yes, great. They tap yes. I fire this event, unlock code initiated. That's the first one. Now they go to the second question. Bear with me. Great. They go to the second question. When they answer the second question, or actually it's the first question, unlock code Q1 answered. Now I know when these events take place, it should be initiated, unlock code Q1 answered. There should be minimum drop off there. If there's a big drop off there, then there's clearly something wrong with my flows. I need to go in, but now I know where I need to go in to actually identify what's going on. Now, somebody tapped the next button, they go to the second question. Same thing there, minimum drop off. These are super basic questions. Again, if there's a big drop off, I know where I can find my bottleneck. As you can see here, what we do, unlock code Q2 answered. Now, what I want to show you is how we can add those conversion events there in an action block. So as you can see here, it's already preset, but since I created these events already in my dashboard, what I can do, I can go to log a conversion event. Please select a conversion event. I click in here and boom, there's it, the whole row of all the events I created. Now, I would pull in the event I want to actually log there. But let's say I want to create a different event that's not in here. So if I decide to go the route, not preset these events in my dashboard, and I want to just create them as I go, no problem. I'm just going to do it like this, test event. And it's just like with tags and custom fields. You are now able to see the little plus icon here. You can actually now create this event right here. You see this? You get the same interface as in your dashboard and you can create it. I'm not going to create it, but just so you know, you can pull in those events through an action block, and within the action block, you can also create them. I just need to make sure that I'm going to take this out. So that's, now we touched upon the three ways how we can create those events. Through Pixelfire, we can pre-create them in our dashboard, or we can actually create them through an action block inside of our flows. Now, I'm just going to go quickly through this. Unlock code question number 3. There we go. Question 3 answered. I would expect probably a little bit of a drop off here now, but since it's a super simple flow, we're incentivizing people actually to go through it. I wouldn't expect a big drop off here. But again, that's where my ManyChat Analytics comes in order to identify those bottlenecks. And we're going to walk through this flow in a little bit as if it were an actual user. Now, last one here, unlock code Q4 answered. Last one is claim discount. When someone in the claim discount, we got it here, unlock code, here it is, unlock code finished. Then we have a shop now button. The shop now button goes to product feed. In the product feed, we have a button to our shop. Now, when somebody clicks on shop now, and they go to our product feed, they go to product detail page and they make a purchase, guess what? That purchase is then recorded in our dashboard as well, because what we did, we actually added the purchase event on our Shopify thank you page. And that is how we can actually visualize how the journeys go through our bots, where there are bottlenecks. And now for the first time in history, we are actually able to track revenue attributed to our ManyChat flows in the ManyChat Analytics, which is obviously pretty cool. So what I'm going to show you is how this then actually works in real life. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to the coupon code delivery flow, to unlock a code. And we're going to go start, and I'm going to get my fancy app up and running. So this is the actual flow we just went through. I just want to show you how these events are logged, what happens when somebody clicks a button, and we're going to make a purchase as well. Now, somebody clicks get started, great. As you can see, it's in test mode there. And we're just going to log those events. For every answered question, great, yes. Verify the phone number for 10%. Awesome. So that's sort of the first question. The reason why I ask verify phone number, because I already have the phone number of this person, which is me, on file. Great. Show me next. And now it's firing, logging those events in ManyChat Analytics. What's your age range? 26, 45. Awesome. Another question answered, another event logged. Show me next. No kids. Another event logged. Let's go through. Subscribed. Yes, let's get subscribed. This is correct. Another event logged. I'm going to get the 40% discount, which is pretty awesome. That should log an event as well. There it is. Right on. Here it is. Shop now. So I'm going to click the Shop Now button, which logs another event, which now fires off a product feed. Let's go to view men. And this happens all in the bot. So now I'm browsing products. This is not going to fire any events, but I'm going to now, let's say I want to buy these, pair of these. Great. Now I'm going to Shopify. This technically could fire an event because I'm off page now, off platform on Shopify. As you can see, it's our demo shop there and the $1 shoes. Great. This is where I can start firing events now. But what I'm going to do is we have it on the purchase. We have it on a thank you page. I'm going to pay. I'm going to wait until the thank you page is loaded. There you go. If you're wondering what the shipping updates in Messenger is, that's part of a product we're building, the bots for e-commerce Messenger template pack, which is pretty cool. This enables a purchaser, somebody who made a purchase on your website, to actually receive real-time order updates in Messenger. Now, this is all good. Purchase event should have fired. This is the thank you page. I can close this. I'm back in the bot. Actually, we now went through the whole process of logging events from opt-in to actual purchase. There we go. And if I go to my dashboard now, analytics, see this? Overall earnings, boom, $1. I made $1 today. And this is the actual purchase we just recorded in our website. We just recorded from our Shopify store, which is pretty freaking awesome. As you can see here, I have a, let's say, custom event as well. The purchase Shopify, boom, there it is. And this should have one as well. There you go. You see it? One, unlock code question 1, unlock code question 2, question 3, question 4. Now, what I don't like about this, what I would love to see, I would love to be able to actually select sort of a flow here. I would love to be able to select a flow and then see all the charts of those events in one chart instead of me needing to go through. Okay, so 3 people actually answered question 1. How many people answered question 2? Okay, also 3, no drop off. Now, how many people then actually made a purchase? Okay, 1. Beta, this is super early days, and I hope, and we're talking with ManyChat about this, but I hope they are able to actually roll out the option to select specific flows to give us a bird's eye view of actually what's happening in our analytics dashboard. Now, we closed the loop. We added the pixel to our website. I showed you how you can create the events, the different ways how you create the events, where you add the events. We did the Shopify purchase. I showed you how you can actually add the pixel event to WordPress. Now, the only thing what is left, I'm going to give you the option to download the pixel code. If you want to do this yourself, you can obviously go to the ManyChat documentation about this, which is, again, it's not that robust as it could be. So that's why we did this training. My advice would be, when you start logging your events, use our Pixel code. It's free. There's nothing you have to do with it. No strings attached. It works out of the box. Just follow this URL, live.yourbotfollow.com/pixel, and you will actually be able to download the file you saw there with the 2 enhanced Pixel events, one for purchase, one for conversions, which you can fire in the action, blocks, and then you should be good to go. Now, I hope I answered all your questions. In the meantime, if you have any other questions, do make sure you send me a message in the group, and then we can take it from there. Just one thing. Get on this train as soon as possible. Just make sure you stay ahead of the curve. Get your head around this. Start sketching out your events. Implement the Pixel, update your flows, and get ready for what ManyChat Analytics and the Pixel is going to be in the near future. For now, again, if you got any questions, do make sure you send me a message in the group, and good luck with it and have fun.